Hi folks, I have aptly titled this video, A Train Wreck Waiting to Happen. A financial train wreck, that is. I've already borrowed $10 million, and if I don't start making money and paying off my loans, I am toast. So I'm on the razor's edge financially. Can I pull out of this tailspin and once again prove that my simple, straightforward approach works at making money? Well, there's only one way to find out. Watch this video to see if I can wiggle my way out of a financial catastrophe. Let's get started. Smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Or just give it a thumbs up for yourself so that you'll always be able to come back and watch it again if you need to. So let's just start with a quick recap. So we have a grain farm over here, and we're delivering grain to our food processing plant over here on the left. And in the middle is Colorado Springs that takes the food. So we have a cargo train line supplying that food. And in our city of Colorado Springs, we've got a truck line waiting to pick up the food. Now we also have a passenger train line operating between Colorado Springs and Naperville. And in each town, to support that passenger train line, we have some bus lines. 2 in Naperville and 2 in Colorado Springs. So now you're all caught up. Let's just check on our bus lines to see how they're doing in Colorado Springs. So if I click on the station, I can see that maybe I can use another horse-drawn carriage for Colorado bus number 1. So I'll click on the line, manage vehicles, and let's just maybe 2. I'll simply clone those, and I've added 2 more carriages. Now over in Naperville, let's see how our bus lines are doing there. And you can tell by the number of little people that are shown in that, I'll call the people icon. That gives you an idea of how many people are waiting at the bus stop. So if I zero in on this one and click on the bus stop, Naperville bus number 1 is the one that probably needs a little bit of help. So we'll click on our station, go to Naperville bus number 1, manage vehicles, and I'm just going to clone 2 of them. And that should help out that bus line. Let's just check on our passenger line between Colorado Springs and Naperville to see how it's doing. I only got 1 train in that lovely brown color. I put that on that line, but it is making some money. But it's not running full. So maybe it might be a little too early to add another passenger wagon. Well, it's now August of 1871. Let's let the game run for a little while, and hopefully my bank account will get a little bit bigger. So my passenger line from Colorado Springs to Naperville, the train isn't running quite full. So what I want to do to bolster that is provide some more buses, well they're actually horse-drawn carriages at this point, to try to get more people on this train. Let's just click on that train station, sorry that's a bus station, and go to Colorado bus number 1, manage vehicles, and let's click on, oh wait a second, we have an American covered horse-drawn carriage. Now I can't remember if that's a passenger vehicle or a cargo vehicle, so let's just check. I click on the depot, go to buy vehicles and passenger. No, we still only have 1 option for passenger vehicles, and that's a horse-drawn carriage. So back at our bus station in Colorado Springs, let's just click on that. And for this line, I'm going to manage vehicles, and I think I'll add a couple more. And just clone those. And for Colorado bus number 2, I'll do something similar. Ooh, I don't seem to have a lot there. Let's clone a bunch. There we go. And that should bolster the attendance or the ridership on our passenger train. So it's now February of 1872. I'm going to let the game run for a little while. Hopefully my bank account will go up. It looks like I am making money, but I need more money to buy more trains. So we'll come back in a little while and see how we're doing. Well, it's now November of 1872, and my Colorado Springs to Naperville passenger train is making money. It's also running full, so now's a good time to add another passenger wagon. So I'm going to send this guy to the depot. Now the only downside of that is it's not going to be carrying any passengers for the moment, but let's just speed it up so he gets to that depot. Over at the depot, now that the train's inside, let's just modify that train. We'll click on the wrench. And for passenger cars, what do I have for options? Well, I only have the same option. So let's add that passenger car, modify it, and put it back onto the line. And hit play. And away she goes. Let's just check on him. Yeah, he's over 28, so he's just a tad over what would have been full with two passenger cars. Sorry, two passenger wagons. And but now we have more capacity, up to 42, so that's going to help us out. Unfortunately, I'm still running close to the wire when it comes to money. I kind of dip up and dip down in terms of making money or not making money. So I'm still on the razor's edge when it comes to the money situation. And that's why I've titled this video, A Train Wreck Waiting to Happen. It's a financial train wreck waiting to happen, and my struggle is how do I get out of this and grow my network at the same time? Well, I'm going to have a little faith here. Let's let the game run for a while. It's now July of 1873, and hopefully we'll make some more money, buy some more trains, or add to our trains. Basically, find a way to either add to our network, or maybe it's time to pay off some of our loans. Well, let's let it run for a while, and we'll come back and see. Now remember, it's now September 1873. Well, now it's October 1873. Only a month has gone by, but I have a problem. I think some of my vehicles are in terrible condition. So if I click here, if I click over on the vehicles, it'll tell me which ones, yeah, some of my vehicles are in very bad condition. So let's see if we can fix that. So let's find the stinkers, the ones that are really doing bad. Say that one right there. Let's find that guy. And let's manage the vehicle. So in that case, I think we will, yeah, I've got a bunch of bad ones. So let's take all 4 of them and clone them, and then I'm going to sell them. So now I've got mediocre and very good on the Colorado food truck line. Now let's go back to our vehicles to see if there's anything else that's in terrible condition. I've got a train that's in bad condition. That's going to cost a lot of money to replace. So at this point, I could sell it, but let's just let it run for a while. I'm hoping my bank account will go up, and I would rather not sell that train at this point. So let's see if that was the right decision. Well, again, we'll go back to letting the game run for a while. It's now December of 1873. So here we are in November of 1874. My bank account's now at $1 million and change, and I am earning money. But one of the things I haven't done yet is paid off any of my loans. And if you recall, I'm right up against it. When it comes to loans, I can't borrow anymore. So I think it's time to start repaying a loan. So let's repay $500,000. And unfortunately, that puts me back to basically $500,000 and change. So I'm going to have to let the game play again, and I'll keep trying to support this passenger train and keep trying to pay off my loans. I think that's my strategy at this point. So we'll hit play, and we'll come back in a little while, and we'll see how we're doing. So here we are. It's now December 1875. And my train number 2 is quite old. You can see all the rust on it. It's not doing very well at all. And I've just slowed the game down to the normal pace. And if I go to manage vehicle, you can see I've got 2 vehicles that are in really bad condition, and train number 2 is one of them. So I think it's time to bite the bullet, sell one of these trains. That'll help me pay off my loan. And I'm hoping that if I can reduce the cost of my debt, that's going to help me in the long run. So that's my strategy. So for train number 2, let's sell it. Then let's go to our bank account and repay $500,000. I know it's boring, but I got to get that loan interest down. It's costing me a lot of money. All right, so let's go to our bank account. And we're now at 9 million. Let's repay another 500,000. That hurt a lot. We're down to about 400,000 in our bank account. So once again, I'm put in the position of letting the game play for a while. It's now February 1876. And I'm hoping I can unbury myself from this mountain of debt. So it's March 1876. I'm going to let the game run for a little while. We'll come back, and unfortunately, I may end up having to just keep on paying off loans. I'm not really sure. But I have to manage that debt. It's kind of the frustrating part of this game, but I think it's the necessary part to get yourself some momentum financially. So now it's April 1876. Let the game play for a while, and we'll come back. Alright, now it's June of 1878. And I think our bus lines need a little help. If I look over here, our Naperville bus number 2, one of the stations is getting a lot of people, but that's easily fixed. If I click on that bus line and manage the vehicles, I think what I'll do is just clone a couple of them. And that should help that out. Now let's go back over to Colorado Springs and see how our bus lines are doing over there. So let's just click on the stop here, the bus, and oh, I've got 10 people. So the Colorado bus number 2 could probably use a couple of more carriages. So I'll click on that, manage vehicles, and yeah, there's some mediocre ones there. So let's just add 3 and clone them. We're doing better financially now. I'm at 1.6 million. My bank account's making money. It's July of 1878. But I have a problem. The problem is this old dog of a train. If I click on manage vehicle, it's in bad condition. So I'm going to want to sell that one, and I need to replace it with a bigger, faster train that can carry and haul a lot more cargo. But I'm just short some cash right now, and I don't want to borrow money because my strategy has been to pay down my loans and try not to borrow any more because I got to dig myself out of that hole. So once again, I'm going to let the game play for a little while. We'll come back. It's now August of 1878, and then we'll come back once I got some more money. Okay, folks, this is the watershed moment for me, I think, in this game. It's now January of 1881. I got this old dog of a train that I need to replace. But now, I've got the money to do it. I'm making money, and I can buy a train without borrowing money. So now you can see I'm starting to dig myself out of that almost catastrophic debt. So let's click on Manage Vehicle. And let's get rid of that train. Let's sell it. That puts us up just that much more. Now let's go to our train depot and buy another train. Buy a vehicle. Steam. I'm just going to go with the general at this point. I'm still going to be very frugal with my money. And in terms of cargo wagons, I'm going to go with 8 gondolas. Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 4 boxcars. Well, that's quite a train. It's quite large. And the power is mediocre, and it's going to cost me 2.9 million. It's almost going to bankrupt me, but not quite. But I'm going to buy this train without borrowing money, and it's going to make money for me. So let's buy that. assign it to the line and hit play. And this is where I'm going to start to make some headway. Now there's no doubt that I'm losing money right off the hop because I just did a big cash outlay. But this is a pretty big train. And yes, the condition of multiple vehicles was poor. I know that, but right now I just spent a lot of money, so I got to get this guy making money for me before I start spending money on other trains. Now it could be that the other vehicles that are in poor condition are either trucks or buses, but yeah, I can go back and take a look at that in a little while. But right now, this is the guy here. You can see, first of all, he's really cleared out, or starting to clear out, this cargo terminus. And that way, I won't be losing product, and he's going to help me out that way. Well, they say patience is a virtue, and I just need to keep that in mind as I wait and try to manage my funds shrewdly. So my goal right now is to stay on track, keep managing my budget shrewdly, and buy new vehicles and assets prudently. But once again, at this point, I'm going to have to let the game run for a little while because I got to make some money. I'm under $1 million, and right now I just started to make some money. So it's January of 1882. We'll let the game run for a while and we'll come back and see how we're doing. So I think this is a good place to wrap things up for today. It's now October of 1882. I've got over $1 million in my bank account and I'm making money. And if we take a closer look, you'll see that we're down to $8.5 million in loans and we're in the blue. I've added a few more vehicle assets and I'm paying off my loans. So far, I've avoided that financial train wreck. So what happens next? Well, the answer to that lies in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. Click on that box in the bottom left-hand corner right now to see a video you're almost guaranteed to love. This video was selected just for you by YouTube, and they know what you like. So what are you waiting for? Click on that box now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another video.